What do you think the people around the table got from this?
I think to a large extent what's happening is it's people across a wide diversity of industries who are actually getting an idea of what's happening not just in their area but in others, and where it can also be used for them in common issues, problems, worries, hassles and concerns, and also solutions in many cases.
So we spend a lot of time talking about regulations, and but actually really that's not the be-all and end-all. That's not the thing that we should be striving for, the tick in the box. It's actually bringing it back to what are the threats and risks around your specific business, and actually making sure we address them.
I think most organisations have a level of preparedness for the cyber threat. I think what we're seeing is that there's a lot of uncertainty about what that threat really is, and a lot of firms are perhaps still basing their preparedness off what they're hearing in the media. So we might see people getting concerned about DDoS because of the recent DDoS attacks, or ransomware because that's mentioned in the media a lot. But actually what they really need to do is look at what their threats and their risks are, and work off what those are, what's going to affect them as a business, rather than perhaps what they're hearing in the wider media.
The board can often, and as was discussed, the board can often actually just focus on the latest thing they've seen in the papers, or something that's very specific to them. Again, what we have to do is we have to go back to looking at the individual business. We have to go back and speak to them in a way that they understand.
As financial services in particular has, for a variety of very good reasons, been much more ahead of the curve. Manufacturing less so, but is coming along with a lot of the regulatory changes, particularly with things like GDPR and so forth. There's going to be a huge emphasis that people must up their game.
The participants were of a very, very high level indeed. And it was really interesting to hear their differing perspectives on cybersecurity, both the external threat and insider threat, also looking at regulations, both the strength of regulations and how it's helping their business, things like GDPR, but also, interestingly, the threat that GDPR might bring as people focus on that and forget other types of protection. We had a really informative discussion, a lot of back and forth debate, and I think pretty much every participant learned something here today. And it was a really, really interesting session.
The round tables, they're not just interesting, but they're actually quite fun. You're actually getting that repartee from people around the table. You're getting a diversity of opinion. You get some people who really do hold their corner, and it's good fun. I do enjoy doing these. I really do.